Couch Co-op. Couch Co-op. Couch Co-op.
Hello, Couch Co-opers, Couch Potatoes, and Couch Codependents. This is the 200th episode of the greatest video game show in the world. I'm Ian with Aaron,
Yo.
Jared,
Hi.
Dave,
Couch Potato here.
and back from the dead, joining the couch to make us the Fab Five once again, JPK.
What's up?
Does that make
Hey.
Las
Welcome
Vegas
back.
the land of the dead?
Oh, I want to
those
remind you
people
all
live
that
in
you can
blue.
find us on Faceballs, Instacock, and Teatbook at Couch Co-op Shows, all one word.
No hyphen.
Now let's get to the show. Gents, this is the 200th episode. And
Yes.
one thing you guys didn't hear, but was played, we did get one single submission recording from someone. And that was Ryan. So you should say, oh, thank you, Ryan. That's very sweet.
Thank you, Ryan.
Aw,
Thanks,
thank
Ryan.
you,
I
man.
haven't
That's
heard
so
it yet.
nice of you.
What are we thinking for something we haven't heard yet?
Well, whatever. I'm
Still.
playing it before the show starts, so like you guys haven't heard it, but in the flow
Okay.
of the show, you would have heard it. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, can we take it from the top?
No.
Nope.
How's everybody? This is our second COVID Chronicles episode here. You know, quarantine.
Oh.
Yeah, doing
Going
doing
alright.
good. Taking another week off of work, so I'm digging that.
That gambler car of ours is going to be fantastic if this keeps up.
Nice.
How about you, John? How you been?
Oh, I'm doing fine, man. Like it hasn't affected me, luckily. There was my girlfriend. There may have been like a possible exposure at her office, but
Oh.
we haven't felt any ill effects as of yet.
The only exposure she's feeling is the JPK.
Oh, she feels that every night.
Oh.
Man.
Oh, John
I
has a
missed that.
girlfriend too. That's the other thing.
I missed that exposure.
News. Woo woo woo.
World breaking news.
I know no one is single anymore in the Couch Co-op crew.
Is that girlfriend or victim?
Oh.
I'm gonna say it right now. It's all consensual. It's all consensual. That's what I'm gonna say.
Very good. Very good.
That's
Well, it's our 200th episode, guys. We made it to 200.
Yes.
How do you guys feel about that?
Well,
I
when
knew
was-
in 4 years we'd be right here.
good. It feels good, actually. I'm surprised we made it as long as we did.
It's funny right now, you know, the counterbalance. We've always tried our best to always be near each other when we're podcasting into our microphones and all that stuff. But the last couple episodes, even episode 200, we're stuck to our bedrooms
Yep.
yeah,
or
we
wherever
okay.
you're sitting.
always be. We should be invested a lot in microphones to not use them.
Yeah.
I'm still using a good microphone. Let me tell you.
Ooh.
I'm testing out my Motorola or Blue headset, whatever brand it is. I don't know. Whatever phone I bought that came with a white headset.
Did you guys actually
Yeah,
ever
I-
think we'd make it to 200 episodes, though?
No.
No,
No,
no.
no. But we're still
either.
kicking.
It's a big feat.
Yep.
It
Here's to
is.
200 more.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
every once in a while we take a big long break. You know, people get
Mhm.
tired or schedules change so drastically that we have trouble doing it. But now that we're figuring out our mobile technology a little better, I suppose it's a little more doable, huh?
Yeah.
I think so. I think so.
exactly.
But man, that first episode I did with my Bluetooth headphones, whew, that sounded bad. Oh man.
Yeah, JPK
So
was concerned.
hopefully,
JPK was concerned he was going
Yeah,
to
I
sound
listened
like
to it
that.
today.
yeah. Well, so
Bluetooth
far you don't.
yesterday.
No, you don't sound like butt.
Oh,
You don't sound like butt right now.
Nah.
Ian,
always
Ian can
sound
say
like
differently.
butt.
Last night was a different situation.
Well, he sounded fine last night. He was having connection issues, so I was just concerned about that.
I see. See if I can.
Well, if no one else has anyone have any fond or grand memories, or they want to, in this time of celebration.
You know what I miss? I miss the JPK round table. That big,
The round
Oh.
table.
that big.
It wasn't really
table was
round; it was
huge.
more
RT.
long.
You could totally
Uh-huh.
recreate. You certainly got enough tools that you could buy raw lumber and just kind of build a table yourself.
It wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be like 15 foot from one end to the other. And
Oh
you
yeah,
have to
the
get a-
conference table call.
What
yeah,
is
the
it?
conference table
Yeah.
was epic. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was a good time period. It was short, but it was good.
All
Yeah.
the sex that must have been on that conference table.
I
There's
never had to
only,
wear
there's
falling
only one
off.
that I can recall, but that
What a waste! What a waste
Yeah.
then.
I had some really
Yeah,
good
but you
times
didn't
on
wanna
that
be there at
conference
that time.
table.
Yeah.
We did some of our longest episodes on that conference table.
Oh.
funny that you remember that
Oh.
table.
Didn't you cut it in half, John, or something?
No, I tried to do like an insert with other with some door trim I had, and it was a worthwhile experiment. I would do some stuff differently, of course.
Add some chains. Add some wood.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
leather, a lot of leather.
Custom table for Aaron Stell. Paint it like a
Yeah.
spaceship.
A table that Jason Wolford would be proud of.
Oh yeah, with a winch on it or something.
It has a little space below it for the mask and the
And the
bullwhip.
bell.
Yeah.
The gimp.
Oh yeah.
The gimp
Bullet.
just comes out of the middle. Just rises out of the middle.
What?
Wow, this degenerated.
Just a random word
Yeah.
generated for the
Ah.
safety word.
Look at it's like
Basically,
Voltron
yeah.
is whole again. Anyway.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah.
How about more wholesome times when it was
All right.
Ian and I, and
Oh,
we
yes.
almost every episode had a new guest.
Every
for
had
Oh
a new
yeah,
guest.
the
long
rotating.
time. There's
we got-
always
rotating.
somebody different.
There was
And we
like
got a
Rotating
lot
topic.
of
Yes.
gaming origins. I always liked the gaming origins. I think those were my favorite. But we don't get those too often. We don't have new people on
Yeah,
very
I
often
think
anymore.
when we had Nick finally on for the
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the
game
last
of the year,
one.
but we haven't done that much lately. Especially now, it's hard to get new people on because we're fighting this and it's difficult.
Mhm.
Who knows?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There was also the YouTube channel episodes.
Well,
Oh
those
man,
were-
that
those
was
were
that was fun.
YouTube.com/MilkmanPictures.
those were such work though, so much work.
Yeah, I know, but they were fun when we did it when it was done briefly.
Remember
I
the
have short
GTA skit? That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that is classic.
Would I wear those red pants again? Absolutely not. I wouldn't.
What's wrong with red pants? I like red pants.
Yeah, you do.
Aaron, you could probably
Yeah.
rock red pants better.
I can. I had a
Yeah.
pair.
There you go.
Let's see.
Had.
What else?
I grew out of them.
I don't know. It's been good times. We'll keep it going for as long as we
I-
can.
I have to give you a big
Let's
shout
go
out,
together.
Ian, because without you, there would be no couch co-op.
This is true.
Yeah.
If you didn't put it together, it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Had good times.
Well, it would have happened. It just would have been someone else's show that we don't
Yeah.
know. And
Yeah,
Well, how many-
For a while,
how many-
JPKs. I think it was it like myself, JPK, Aaron, and
oh, there was a few of those.
yeah.
But there's like a bunch of knockoff couch co-op shows, is what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Didn't you find our logo somewhere random, like an app?
In China.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
yeah,
like
the-
some Chinese thing or something.
Well, it was a Google Play Chinese app.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny.
They were stealing our logo.
Oh, funny.
That was actually that's kind of flattering in a way.
It's
but at the
probably
same
still out
time-
there.
It probably is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So many
Yeah.
memories.
Yeah, since we started this podcast, I've actually acquired a number of computers and game consoles.
And microphones and
Yeah, I've
it's
got PlayStation 1, the PlayStation 2. I've got my Amiga 1200, a Nintendo Wii, an Amstrad CPC 464, and that's just me,
Switch.
that's just me looking around my office right now.
Well done, Dave.
Speaking of video games, what do you guys been playing lately? You guys, anybody beat anything? I know Jared
Yeah.
beat something.
I was trying so hard to beat it today.
Yeah, you
and
were.
It just wasn't happening. I'm talking about Uncharted 2. I'm like 95% of the way through that game.
But he didn't
and I
beat it.
Took my lunch break, and I was like, oh yeah, I've only got 10% of this game left. Should be able to do it in an hour. No joy. But a very, very fun game. I didn't get to the climax yet.
It's just shoot glowy bits.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, actually, not even I haven't even got to the glowy bits yet. It was just like these big Yeti type things that were a pain in the butt.
Yeah,
And
the final boss fights are never the greatest in Uncharted games.
And it seems like there's always dead Nazi. I'm detecting a dead Nazi theme. You know, there's always seems to be like dead Nazis in all these games.
That's your favorite, though.
Oh yeah.
Game of the century.
Well,
Aaron-
and then
oh.
needs to say I'm enjoying it.
Aaron, you beat
highly
anything?
Nope.
Nope. Jared, you beat anything?
I decided to strap down and beat Control.
Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah,
Nice.
you sounded so down on that game, dude.
Oh, I was, yeah. So, yeah, there's a mission at the end of the game that has you do like 3 waves of enemies, and if you
that's
die,
rough. Yeah.
you got to redo everything. And I was having a really bad time with it. I almost wonder if a lot of that was due to me being like really sick and coughing a lot during it and all that stuff. But I don't know.
That was tricky. It took me probably 2 hours to get through that because
Yeah,
you kind of learn the first wave, then you go to the second wave, you learn that, and then you go to the third wave. So
yeah. Not many games can make rocket launcher guy very fun. I don't like rocket launcher guy in any game. So
As a pro gamer,
that's usually my biggest issue because I didn't upgrade my health very much. So one rocket would take me down to like
Well,
one teeny little sliver.
dude, Jared, that's like amateur hour. When they give you a
Yeah.
health upgrade, that's the first one you choose because
No, I didn't. I just wanted my force push thing to be as powerful as possible so I could take enemies down as fast as possible.
in
is
which
where I went.
game is force as like being able to be more powerful than being more absorb more damage?
you know what's
actually
really
good thing?
helpful in that 3-wave fight was the taking over of enemies.
Oh, I never tried that.
So
I didn't
when-
get that.
Oh, so when you take them over, then they fight that one, and then it makes it so much easier for you to pick them off.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I
Ah.
didn't do side missions to get that skill or
Neither
the
did I.
shield. I never got the shield. I beat the game, but I never got shield.
I
or
never
that.
got I did get the shield eventually, but the shield I found kind of useless. Though I guess in the DLC they've made it kind of more cool, but yeah, the shield I didn't really ever care for, but I got that take over enemy thing, and I found that incredibly useful throughout the game.
Oh, I didn't get that, but I could see how that would just make it. There were some points where it would have just been easier if they were
Because I
not all
never
shooting at me.
I never had a moment like maybe I died like in that one you're talking about the 3 waves. I think I made it to the second wave and then died a second time. I think and then I pretty
Oh,
much
wow.
had it locked down. Yeah, I didn't have that hard a time on that.
Well, the most annoying part
pretty
about
hard
that
time.
character, though, is while, yes, I might take a rocket to the face and I'm almost dead, I'm like, oh, there's health right over there. I
Yeah.
can totally make it. You barely get out of cover and you're dead.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Well, that sounds like you didn't have your health upgraded enough.
No. So if I was to ever redo that game from the beginning, yeah, health all the way.
I also
because,
worry that you guys were kind of
that
rushing
wasn't
through it
fun.
more than I was, but
Well, I didn't have a lot of side missions, so I wasn't out like hunting for stuff. I mean, I did some of the extras or side content on my way, but
Right.
nothing that gave me anything useful.
Yeah,
Because
same
the
here.
upgrades for the weapons almost seem completely pointless. I mean, you really have to study them
Oh,
and
I don't
connect them
know.
all.
I found upgrading my shotgun helped me so much. Just being able to like blow guys away at close quarters was just really useful.
See, I found the
Yeah, I used
sniper
the
incredibly
yeah.
useful.
I only had the one upgrade thing, but I made sure to use the like phase 4, like make if you zoom in, the power boosts like 35 or 40% or something like that. So you
Yeah,
could kill most enemies in 1 or 2 hits.
and the other useful thing was going back to the control points because you could regenerate your health. I don't know if you did that at all, but if you if you were in the battle and you're like really taking it, you could go back to the control point, just access it, and it would totally refill your health.
It's funny that your worst enemy was the rocket launcher. See, I never had an issue with the rocket launcher guy. I hated the fucking thing that came out of invisible, like out of nowhere. That fucking
thing,
that
thing was the worst. He'd kill me in 1 hit.
That thing, I hated that fucking thing. That was my like fucking fuck you, dude. And I was just constantly pushing and levitating away constantly. So I was never. That game was the game because of that character made me play it like Doom, I guess, where I'm just constantly moving.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can't stand still. There's no way.
I don't know. The floaty guys who sat up high. Those ones always got me.
Yeah, because you can't throw stuff at them most of the time. They just dodge, and
but I can always
shooting at them sucks because their shield's really powerful. And
there
was those weird little portal things that would heal them, and
I always feel like
they move around
I always could
too
hide
much
from those guys though. I could kind of like just avoid them until the end.
Yeah. Usually I'd find the circle portal guy who healed everyone, and just chase after him and try and kill him, and then go from there.
Dude, I watched a speed run on that game, and they don't even care about the portal guy. They just fucking. They're like they kill things in your face, like they're on top of people, shoving objects in a character and shooting them, that the characters have no time to react. So like it's just constant offense. There's no defense at all, and like they must like what Jared didn't do, where they max their health out because they're almost dying every time, and they're just killing, and their health goes all the way down. It's pretty incredible to watch the speed runs. It's like Jesus Christ, but anyway. I think it's a cool game. I'm sorry you had a rough time, Jared.
Yeah, that was the least fun part of the whole game, and it happened to be like an hour before the end of the game.
I do want to. I would love to see it fully ray traced on a PC because it was a beautiful looking game on the PlayStation.
Yeah,
it looks great on PS4 Pro.
Yeah, and I just love the visual style of it as well. It was very cinematic with the big kind of boom credit when you went into a new area.
And wasn't the ashtray maze awesome, Jared?
Yeah, it was great. That music was great. Yeah, I love the music.
That level is just like something. That's like the Titanfall 2 level, you know, where shit's just moving, and I don't know. That shit's awesome.
Or like the end of the first Portal where you played the level through just to hear the song at the end.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Anything else?
No, I started a new game, but in the next day or two, I think I'll have Animal Crossing beat.
Oh boy!
But,
wow, how many hours are you into that?
Like 50, 55.
Oh wow!
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, so quite a bit, but it's annoying. Like, okay, yeah, you got this person to come to your island, but he's not available tomorrow. He might show up in the next day or two, and supposedly, whenever he decides to show up, that's when the credits roll. So I'm like, it might be beat today. I don't know. Might be beat tomorrow. I don't know. He wasn't there yesterday because the stupid Easter Bunny thing was there.
Oh yeah, stupid Easter Bunny.
Oh yeah.
How about you, Johnny? You beaten any games lately?
Oh well, it's been a while since I talked to you guys, so I have a list of stuff I've beaten.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Nice.
The left nut, the right nut.
Yeah, the meat.
Yeah, the middle.
The middle nut, the back nut.
Your girlfriend.
I don't know the background girlfriend. I don't know where I left off last time I talked to you guys. So I beat Well, just quick recap. I think there's only a couple of games. I may have said before, but I beat Marvel's Spider-Man, and then
Nice.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I do want to get the DLC for Assassin's Creed Odyssey because of how highly you speak it,
Oh
Ian.
yeah, it's so good. Well,
Did you enjoy Odyssey? Because that's on my
Yeah,
list
I thought it was
of
great.
games to play.
it's a great game.
Then I liked Assassin's Creed Origins. I really liked Assassin's Creed Origins, and I think Odyssey is better than Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
Origins.
Yeah.
One question I want to posit to the crew. One criticism of Assassin's Creed Odyssey is people were saying there's just too much content. Like they don't like how Ubisoft will post all of these activities on this map. And I just thought it was a weird criticism of the game to complain that there's too much stuff to do.
Dude, no, it's awesome.
And I just thought that was really weird. Like, even if it's repetitive, it's just, you don't have to play it if you don't want to complete it. So I just thought, but how do you guys feel about that?
I think it's fine. Not to mention, there's so much content in the base game. Then you have all the DLC. But then if you really want to get into the nitty gritty, then there's all that player created content that just triples the amount of. I think it's great that the game can just keep going on and on and on. And you just have to decide for yourself when you've decided that that's enough, you know. But I think it's a great game. And the very first DLC is okay. It tells story. The first chapter of the second DLC is awesome. The middle chapter where they're in hell, it's okay, but that final one is like fucking level design, like just brilliant. I think it's so cool. Anyway,
so I think a game that trained me was Dragon Age Inquisition. That you really just have to kind of piecemeal your adventures together. They throw all this stuff in there so everybody can find what they like in a game. It doesn't mean you have to go and do everything. So it's all about what ones you find more entertaining than others. And if you don't like a certain mode, just don't do it.
Yeah, I find that's the difference between like getting the platinum trophy in the game and just playing a game until the end of the regular story.
Well, I mean, I have the platinum in Odyssey, and I have it 100%. So I have all the trophies in the game, and there is still so much actual content. And knowing that a lot of the side quests have like really great like full-fledged stories makes me want to play that stuff, but it's like I've already put 200 hours into the game. It's like, you know, it's just like, what am I gonna do? You have to draw the line somewhere. Right. I can't have two Skyrims, you know. I can only have one.
Only one.
Well, that's only if the mod community supports it the way you want it to support it.
True, I guess it's true.
What about you, Aaron?
I don't think Aaron's played it, but
no, I never played.
What are your thoughts on having too much content? Do you think that's a weird criticism to have?
No, I honestly, when it comes to content and having too much, it just depends on the game itself. A game like Assassin's Creed, like the Odyssey, or even like Spider-Man, for example, those type of games, they can actually have as much content as possible. It makes the game better because it actually makes it more like fun. I feel like and you can also do what you want in the games. It's kind of nice having a game where you can either just go with the story or go and fart around all you want or do a little bit of both here and there. It's actually quite nice instead of always having a mission to do, because sometimes missions suck.
You know, that's funny because like last week on Astral Chain where I was complaining that they had too much shit going on in the game. I think it's it depends on the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes you want a game that just goes, and sometimes you want a game that just lasts forever.
It really depends on the universe as well, because you know some games it's like, I don't really enjoy this universe. I don't need any more content, and then other games it's like, I just want to spend as much time as possible in this place.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it just all depends on the game. Like Ian said, like some games it's okay having all that content. Other times, I just want to beat this game. Stop throwing shit at me.
Yeah, plus there really is no fine line. If a company made less content, if they released less content in Odyssey, people would be like, this game doesn't have enough to do. And then if they released a teeny little bit more, they're like, oh, this game has too much to do. This is bullshit. Gamers suck when it comes to talking about stuff like that online. So, really,
Very
just
flip-floppy, yeah.
enjoy the game how you want to enjoy it.
Mhm.
That's what Ubisoft is really good at.
I think so, and I also think that like if
I
they're
agree.
developing a game that they're enjoying, and they think like, oh well, they just keep making stuff. I mean, there must have been a point where they were like, do we really need more content in this game? But at the same time, they're like, well, we are enjoying it. They must. I don't know. Ubisoft is one of those companies where you don't hear any like evil crunch stories or, it
Yeah.
just sounds like it's a very like that company seems like it really takes care of its employees, and the employees really enjoy creating the games, and those are the
that's
type
very
of
true.
games. Those are the type of games I want to play. Then and I can feel it
How-
in that game. I can feel it. So
How large that company is, you hardly ever hear any bad press about them.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, unless a
Um,
game tanks or something, but other than that, it's not because development sucked.
Yeah.
The next,
But definitely not EA.
My finish was Days Gone, which I really liked. I thought that
Oh, I
Sam-
really enjoyed that.
Sam Witwer is he's a great actor. I didn't really think much of him. He does his job. He's an actor. That's pretty much what I thought of him at first. But the performance, and especially seeing the video capture they were able to do for him, or of him, I was pretty impressed by his performance. Just seeing how physical he is, I've never really thought much about physical performance when it comes to video game acting, but since the capturing is getting so good, you can really see a lot of emotion and physicality behind him.
Did you platinum that game, or did you just beat the story?
I beat the story, and I just kind of got. I do want to come back to it eventually. I just got tired of like the zombie because I felt like towards the second half of the game, it just started getting cheap with the zombies, and that kind of put me off to it.
Yeah, well, it does have a bit of a lull as well in the game, but once you get onto those zombie hordes and get yourself powered up, it's kind of fun laying traps and leading them out of the cave, and they have proximity mine. You have proximity mines and all the rest of it, and just try and make it.
And it was cool to see an Oregon developer actually put a game in Oregon. I mean, I can only count one game that takes place in Oregon. I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah, I loved going around Crater Lake and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
You're talking about Oregon Trail, JPK.
Okay,
Yeah.
we got two.
Some of that
That's
might.
right.
Some
We
of
got
that,
two
if
on the
you're really
board.
good, takes place in Oregon.
Yeah. Digital
Ah.
pixels, all 16 of them.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
dysentery.
Oregon Trail.
Uh,
Oregon
and
Trail. You have died of dysentery was the standard way to die in that game.
Yeah, so you never really made it that far in the game.
I
So
never
you can't
played-
really
I
say
don't-
it took place in Oregon.
I don't think I ever played Oregon
Right.
Trail, honestly.
You can download on your phone, Ian,
Ne-
and then you
never.
can do a
Never.
mobile minute.
Never.
Yeah,
There's even card
Yeah.
games for it too.
Oh,
Oh no.
Ian's mobile minute.
Never.
And then after Days Gone, I played Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, and
Yeah.
I didn't
Such a good
like
game.
it.
You didn't like it?
What?
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 The story, I was skipping cutscenes. I thought the gameplay after a while was just kind of boring. It's just like,
Not
okay,
so over the top.
shooting.
I enjoyed the
shooting.
gameplay, but the story
I-
could have been better.
I like Wolfenstein. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not saying the Wolfenstein
I
series
thought
is
New
crap.
Colossus was
I've only
better.
played 2 of them, but I like the first one better.
No way. New Colossus was way way better.
I like the first one better for story.
No
but-
way. All right. All
The
right.
second one was just so good in
Yeah, I'm with
story
Aaron.
and gameplay.
I found the
So good.
difficulty jump in that second one though, where you end up in the court in the
That was
circular
obnoxious. A little. That's a
courtroom
little
or
obnoxious.
whatever was just
That was easy. You guys just got to get
Oh.
good.
It took me
Good
3
son.
tries.
Hey, who has 8+ wins in Warzone? Okay, I'm getting good.
Yeah, well, I stopped playing that like weeks ago.
I know.
I never played, so go ahead.
Dave's
Then
playing with
I-
his brother.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Dave, did you tried to reach out to me one night on PlayStation, but it was
We all
late,
did,
so
I think. We were like,
Yeah.
Oh, really? I just saw.
I think it was one Friday night, and like there was myself and Jared and Ian and just
and Ryan.
yeah, basically
drunk
anyone
Ryan.
who was logged on, I just sent them an invite. So
Oh,
then
okay.
you were logged on.
You don't
I
like to
didn't
play
take
with
it
people, though.
personally.
You
Yeah.
don't like to play with us. You don't want to play with
Dude,
people.
well, I'm back on now, so I got more than enough time now.
It's not right to play with your daddy, Ian.
Well, I deleted the game. I'm not gonna let my son show me up.
Ah.
Well, you probably.
Yeah.
I'm not that great. I just the friend I play with. He's amazing. So I just kind of win like a leech. So after Wolfenstein, I beat the Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
How was that?
I really like the Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds is pretty sick. I never was much of a New Vegas fan, but I definitely would like to play New Vegas. If there was to be a New Vegas Redux, I would get it just so I can play it again and see if I like it as much as I liked Outer Worlds.
Really?
Because I really enjoyed Outer Worlds.
I really
Yeah.
enjoyed Outer Worlds too, but it just feels like an old game.
Yeah, I could see that.
But it runs really well. I mean, it runs better than a Bethesda game, so that was cool.
Speaking of Fallout, are you gonna jump back into 7060? And
I don't know. I mean, what is that?
the Wastelanders
tomorrow?
content comes out. Yeah, that's like tomorrow, I think. Yeah, tomorrow.
Maybe.
With NPCs and all kinds of new
Yeah.
content.
Yeah, probably, because I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably check it out. I don't know when. I have to delete some stuff, but yeah, I'll probably check it out.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna jump in.
But yeah, no, Outer Worlds was fun. Ultimately I don't think I put it on my game of the year list.
Oh, you did.
Did I?
I don't think so.
I don't
Or-
know. I think it was an honorable
If
mention.
you had,
Yeah.
that must have been what it was.
Because, like, I don't know. I mean, I really did enjoy it, kind of, but then also it felt like kind of,
Needed.
not, like, irrelevant, kind of. Like, it just seemed like, oh, this is cool, fun, having a good time, this is fun, the story's kind of quirky, I'll skip a cutscene here and there, and then I beat it, and then it was like, okay. It didn't really, like, last long in my head. Like, it was just kind of, like, not important, ultimately. So, I don't know. I don't know what that means.
And then I beat God of War, which that was great.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
2018 God of
That
War.
game
I
is
was
We all
super
agree with
impressed.
that.
Couch co-op
And
game
that's
of the
the-
year.
Yeah.
And that was the first game I platinum.
Oh,
Oh my,
Good.
Wow.
nice.
Nice.
popped a cherry.
All right.
Then the last two games is Far Cry New Dawn and Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
How is that new Modern Warfare story?
Oh, I think it's, dude. I'm gonna spoil it a little here. So there's a CIA agent who's fighting for conveniently they're called freedom fighters. He's fighting for a freedom fighter group, and then like all of a sudden, he's seen like people getting massacred, and like how the U.S. government doesn't care about them because they're using them as a proxy force, and he couldn't believe it. He's like, "We're supposed to save these people." Like he's surprised that people die
Like,
in
he's
battle
just- yeah,
and
yeah,
atrocities are committed.
That's CIA for you.
And then at one point, like his handler is like, "Okay, we're pulling the cord on these guys. They're now labeled terrorists." And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna fight for them because they're the first time in my career I can fight for something right." I'm like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Like, no, you wouldn't. You're just gonna be like, "Well, I'm just gonna park myself here in the Middle East and never go home again, I guess, because I'm pretty much going AWOL if I'm refusing to come back into the full." Like, it was just stupid. The gameplay, the graphics, and the sound, those are all good. I think that they did a great job, but people, because I heard some news that the story was more edgy, and it was just, I just thought,
More the same.
edgy if you're in middle school and you don't really know much about world history or politics, then yeah, it's probably edgy like a Michael Bay movie. But
Right,
Oh,
that's
dear.
for a select naive audience.
right. For the majority of Trump goers, it's pretty
Is
edgy.
it worth a buy?
Yeah, it's intense.
Because that's the game
for
I've
them.
had my eye on is Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Well, I bought the game, so I downloaded Warzone, started playing it, and then I went and saw, and I enjoyed Warzone, and I saw that they were selling it online for $40. So I just picked it. If it was
Plus, you already had it
$60,
installed on your machine, so you just had to pay to unlock it. So
Right.
So I would say if you can't find anything other than full price, don't get it. But if you can get it for like $30, because the other thing they're doing with the multiplayer is all the maps are free.
right.
So it's only cosmetics that you have to pay for, really.
Plus, you just got Modern
that's it.
Warfare 2 remastered campaign for free.
Yeah. Well, and it's like $20 even if you don't have the Battle Pass membership. So I'd say if it's on sale, it's a worthy buy because if you're into the multiplayer, you're pretty much going to get free maps until they ditch the game for another one.
Yeah.
That'll never happen.
And the only thing that sucks about it is that it does, like, unless you have a big hard drive, it does take up a huge amount of memory.
Well,
like
we know.
it's pretty staggering.
Because we all have Warzone installed, and that's
We
why.
do?
Well, we used to.
No.
I don't.
I do.
I don't anymore, but I think Dave still has it
Yeah.
installed, so he
Oh
knows.
yeah. Well, I changed my drive out for a 2 terabyte drive, so I don't worry about those things much.
Okay, yeah,
anymore.
you wouldn't have to worry. I still have my original hard drive, so
Dude,
and I'm just gonna
best
keep it.
$60 I spent. Honestly, it was like $60 for a 2 terabyte drive, and took about 10 minutes to swap it out. So
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna hold out until the PlayStation 5, and then I'll just get that.
Whoop, whoop.
whoop.
Have you guys
supply
discussed
constraints.
that is everyone gonna be a day one? Well, I'm saying this hypothetically. Is not like everyone's gonna buy it on day one.
I mean, I got my
But
day
is-
one money ready to go, but I mean, it
Is
depends.
everyone pretty much gonna be a day one purchaser, or at least say you'll get it within 3 months of it being released?
I
will.
would say
will.
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, totally.
Hey,
Probably wait for
I-
a
but
while.
if they do announce it at $3.99, which it probably won't be, it'll probably be $4.99. But if it is $3.99, I will pre-order. So I will be day one. But if it's $4.99, I'll probably wait and just
pre-order
get
it.
it eventually.
That's my beat list.
Beat it.
Hey,
So Dave, we're
Good
back to
list.
you.
that's
You want?
extensive.
It was. Well, he hasn't been on the show in like 20 years. I mean,
I
I got kicked
right.
off the show and then
What?
invited
Is
back
that
on.
like
and-
how-
no, you left the
like how it-
show, and then I had to kick
I know,
Scott
I know.
off, and I brought you back.
Ah.
on.
Let me speak my truth,
dark
Ian. Let me
days.
speak my truth.
Your truth is, I invited you back on because I thought it would be good. It'd be a good show. Anyway, Dave, you want to talk about Uncharted more? Are you playing anything else?
I'm really enjoying Uncharted 2. It's just a fun game. It's like elements of Tomb Raider mixed with kind of Gears of War cover shooter, and I just enjoy it. It's not very taxing, and I'm playing it through on easy. I'd hate to play that game through on brutal or whatever you need to get the platinum trophy, because it would be a pain in the arse. But
I hear that's when the shooting really starts to fail.
yeah, I could see that because it's a little difficult as is. So at times, I do die, and then there's some guys that melee combat and the controls. You'll press a button, you press circle to hide behind something, and it'll snap to something that's not quite.
Oh, and those enemies love throwing grenades if you stand in one place for more than a few seconds.
Yeah, I highly recommend it though. If you haven't played those games and you got them free on the PlayStation Plus last month, then
Well, yeah, you have almost the whole series for free.
We do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PS Plus so far.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
and
I
then
might
like,
Lost Legacy.
I might actually play 4. I might try it.
I
mean,
haven't.
I have beaten 2. I played a little bit of 1. I beat
Nice.
2, and I made it halfway through on 3. And so I might try 4 just to see.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Uh,
whether to go with number 3 next or go with BioShock Infinite.
BioShock
Yeah,
Infinite's
those
a
are-
better game, I think.
Yeah, I might just do Infinite just to clear the Bioshock series, and for the fact that I've played 2 Uncharted games back to back. So
Yeah, you don't want to get burnt out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron, you've been playing anything this week?
Let's see. I've really been grinding through, oh goodness, Breath of the Wild more.
So you got through the first level. You got through the tutorial level last week, and now you're through the first level this week.
Yes.
He did a shrine.
He did a shrine.
Yes. I got through all that, and then let's see. I did some more Borderlands 3 stuff.
Wait, who's
I'm
playing The
half the bounty
Sims?
ball.
I saw you
My
playing The
wife.
Sims. Oh, your wife's playing The Sims. Because I was like,
Yeah.
I thought I saw you
She
playing
likes
The
The
Sims.
Sims. No, that's Ashley. She's playing it right now. Actually, she's probably still playing it right now. She's hooked on that game. I guess she played it when
have you
she
got the same problem I have? My daughter got Minecraft, and so she's kicking me off the PlayStation.
Nah,
He's got a
it's
Switch.
actually fun to. Yeah, I have a Switch as well, but I'm enjoying watching her play a video game. She doesn't really play a lot of video games, so it's nice to watch her
Yeah,
play a video game.
I can see that.
Yeah, it's nice.
How about you, Jared?
She's-
What
like
else?
I said,
Oh.
That's it.
How about what else you been playing, Jared?
I started Divinity Original Sin 2 last night,
Nice.
so I've been waiting to play that.
How hard?
So
Difficulty.
far, I just put it on like not the easiest, but on easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't feel like getting my ass handed to me. That type of game is challenge anyways, so I didn't feel like wasting a bunch of time because I hear that game takes a long time to beat anyways. So
It's supposed to have a great
decided
story.
yeah. So I decided not to spend all my time in battles. Rather, I'd spend most of my time in story. I chose the Red Prince is a lizard creature that wants to get the throne that is rightfully his.
It's an interesting game because you can play a character or you can create your own.
Yeah, and then just have all the characters run with you and you learn their stories as you go.
Right. It's such an interesting concept.
Yeah, which I took, I think it was Jeff Kanata's advice, or might have been Jason Schreier's advice to pick a class where you could talk to pets.
Uh-huh.
Because some animals give you quest lines and stuff like that. So it's kind of fun to talk to them.
Cool. Anything else?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I've just been playing Animal Crossing. It's almost beat.
I know I see you on it all the time.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times I might just be hanging out with my daughter or something like that. You know, she likes to do a lot of the art stuff because you can design your own clothes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So she's been designing a lot. Like I wore a shirt on Easter and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna make that shirt in Animal Crossing."
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. So she's been using her creative side on that. It's really really good for that.
So I've been playing still Skyrim. We don't need to talk
God,
about
are
it.
you serious?
Yeah, all the time. Always.
Oh my god.
That's kind of wise.
Never stop modding.
Never stops.
Never stop. I've also been playing some Rally 2.0. I think that
I
game's...
tried a little bit of that.
I
think
tried
game
that
is-
first level with the Italian, with the Lancia, was it?
Oh,
A
before
little
it,
too serious for me.
before it all gets installed. Yeah. Once you install it all, then there's also Rally Cross and some other stuff. So there's more options.
Ah.
So
Yeah,
that
that's-
first start, that's a little hardcore. Good times.
That's like
Yeah,
the Gran
that's what I
Turismo
thought.
of Rally.
Man.
It's fun though. I don't know. I find it funny.
I'm terrible at Rally.
And I just keep playing the same track over and over again. Yeah. I enjoy that kind of stupid bullshit. I don't know. I probably won't play it for long. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I've won some trophies. It's a fun game. But I just finished a race car game, so I'm not like itching to play another race car game right now. So I might delete it and play it later. What else am I playing? Oh, I got Dave will enjoy this. I got Senran Kagura Estivus Challenge. So it's the one before Senran Kagura Peach Beat Splash. So instead of shooting, it's like ninja swords and stuff.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, you attack them and their clothes fall off, and you get
Oh,
specials, and
that was what I was going to ask: is where's the nudity in
Yeah,
this
where
game?
do the
Yeah.
boobs come
Fact
in?
that-
and then you hit a
Yes.
special, and then you rip off your clothes and put on new clothes in this like transformation scene. It's a Dave game. I mean, it's a me game too, but it's a game that
Oh,
it's a
I
game that
like-
Dave would love it.
I like the fact you say me first, other than you sat
Well,
with the Skyrim guy.
yeah. And
all
then what else did I? Oh, and then I got my It Bitto came in for my Switch.
Nice.
And my
How does that
GameCube.
work?
It works great. I haven't really played anything though, because I don't know. I'm weird.
Okay.
Of
Yeah,
course,
I
I
use
buy
mine all
it.
the time.
I buy it after I beat Astral Chain, so you know, it's getting a lot of play right now.
Yeah,
And then,
that's the only controller I use on Animal Crossing. I don't know. I just can't stand those Switch controllers.
Ah.
Yeah, plus it'll save those Switch controllers. You know, they won't die. And then I got my GameCube controller to play Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, which is my next streaming game, but I need to get a memory card. But that game looks great. That whole remastered game looks like. Also, I told Jared this, but I didn't realize this. Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes for GameCube is Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 smashed together into one game.
Ah.
Oh, is it like one super long game that
Yeah.
takes?
But also new cutscenes. It has new mechanics, so like it has a little bit different
Ooh.
mechanics than the original Metal Gear Solid. And
So
it
you're
looks
kind of excited to play it, I guess.
yeah, and it looks like
Yeah.
and it looks more like Metal Gear Solid 2 than Metal Gear Solid. It's just yeah, so I need to get a memory card. I was gonna go get one from Brad, but he was asleep, so it didn't happen.
Yeah, I saw that.
So got to reschedule that. But yeah, I'm really hyped to actually play through that in this like kind of new way. So, but that's kind of what I've been doing. I played some Fortnite. Fortnite is forever. And so yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I played
So
some
you're
Rocket
saying-
League. I played some Rocket League too.
Oh my god.
We should play some
Wow.
Rocket League. We should do that some night. We should really play some Rocket League. God, such a good game. Holy
Yeah.
It
Every
is.
time I come back to that, that's exactly the thought that goes through my mind. Is it's like, man, this game's so much fun. Why don't I play it more?
Right, and then you stop playing. Like, oh yeah, that's right.
And then I don't play it for a week or two.
It's like the perfect time to play it too,
Exactly.
because we're all like secluded and shit, and it's just like, man, that game just so much love in that game, so much care, and I don't know, man. Yeah. So one of these nights we should play some Rocket League, but
Yeah.
that's what I've been playing. Nothing too crazy. Anyone else have anything else they want to mention? You have any questions, Johnny boy?
I also played Doom 2016 and I didn't finish it. I just got bored and I returned that game too.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
What? Bored
Wow.
of Doom
Bored?
16?
Just like
Yeah.
my son.
Board of
that's-
Doom 2016.
I'm right there with you, son.
Really?
Ugh.
Okay. I'm surprised.
But
I just didn't find it interesting. At a certain point, I was just like, I don't care about this.
I thought it'd be a much faster gameplay than it actually was, but it didn't seem that fast to me.
I don't know. I don't know. I just wasn't interested in it for some reason. It didn't grab me. Like it grabbed all these other. Dave and Aaron and Jared love that game.
oh yeah, such a good game.
Yeah, I
Oh,
really
yeah.
Loved it.
enjoyed it.
Well, yeah, there's, the in-between battles, those aren't very interesting just to get from point A
Yeah.
to point B, but every once in a while you hit the
The
jackpot
gauntlet
where
room.
you just, you go wave and wave and wave, and it's
Oh, those are
just a
fun.
marathon with really amazing music to play along to.
But then sometimes it makes you
Yeah.
do like stuff to get to a certain place, and you're just like, why am I doing this? Shouldn't we just be killing things right now? I don't know. I just got kind of bored. Like, I don't know. I lost interest.
That's fair though. I get it.
And I don't know. I think the whole red Mars hell aesthetic doesn't really appeal to me. I just find it very meh.
Yeah, I can see that because it's not.
Yeah.
I must admit, it's not the most appealing world to me either. Like I enjoyed the games, but I enjoyed the gameplay mechanic, but yeah, It's not the best. It's not the best environment I've ever been in a game.
It is kind of bland in that retrospect, but everything else though is just fun. Like the gauntlet fight, the jump around, and trying not to die, but also not hiding behind things, or as you'll get killed. That part was kind of cool. I wasn't used to it, but it's fun. But I enjoyed it thoroughly, even though Mars is kind of the most boring place to look at in any game ever. But you know.
Well, Dave liked surviving Mars. He loves Mars.
Oh yeah, I got sucked into that. I've held to my word and haven't played it since. Though.
Did you delete it?
Good boy.
I'm not sure if I did or I didn't.
He
I don't
didn't. Yeah,
remember.
he'll be back.
Yep, that's my guess.
Well, do you guys have any? If you have no more game questions or things you want to drop, or any news you guys want to talk about, I don't know. I mean, Final Fantasy VII dropped. Everyone seems to be loving that.
Actually, that's the thing I was going to mention is like we're all talking about games we've played, and none of us have got Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, it
But
seems
everybody
like
is playing it on our list.
Everyone,
Yeah,
Jason's playing it,
Red's
Brad's
list,
playing it, yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking Joffrey's playing it, who never
yeah,
plays
my
new
brother's
games.
playing it, and it's just like, wow.
I'll play it
I've
when
never
it's
been
cheap.
into Final Fantasy. I never got into it.
Yeah, I didn't like the original, but I played the demo and I thought it was kind of cool. I'm not going to spend
I
60
thought it was
bucks.
cool.
I'm not going to
Yeah,
spend 60
that's-
bucks.
Yeah, that's
And part of me as well is I know it's like just part one, and there's like 3 parts, so it's not a game. It's going to be a game that
Just give me the trilogy when it's all 60 bucks.
right.
yeah.
And I think people are beating it at around 35 hours. So, yeah, by the time all 3 come out, it's going to take you over 100 hours to beat if that keeps up.
It's got like an
Yeah.
87 Metacritic,
Yeah.
so it's getting reviewed well, and it'll. Hey, the more people that buy it, the faster it'll go down in price. So
Oh yeah, that'd be
Yep.
nice when it drops
Yep, I don't need to play it right now.
farther. I played the
don't know.
demo. I wait.
Yeah,
I don't know if you
I
guys
do want to
talked
play it,
about
just not
Yeah.
right now.
what,
No.
John? What, John?
You guys, are you guys interested in the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake?
Well, Dave beat.
Wait,
Yeah, I beat
Dave?
Resident Evil 2. It was very
I-
good. I enjoyed it.
I'm
I
interested in the
guess I-
rumors of Resident Evil 8 coming out
4.
in the next
4.
year.
Yeah.
No,
Jared
Resident
wants
Evil
number
8.
4,
There's
doesn't
rumors that
Resident
it's
Evil coming.
being made right now in first person, and it might work on PlayStation VR as well.
Ah,
So that's the rumors I've been paying attention to.
I don't like them fucking zombie games. Fuck them.
If you're at all interested, JPK, Resident Evil 2 was a really good, fun remake. I really enjoyed it. And
I didn't get.
Yeah, that's what I
I
keep
didn't-
hearing. The second one remake was really good.
Yeah,
the third
I
one
would-
not so much.
if you can pick it up for like 20, 25 bucks, it's definitely worth you.
It's
worth your
20
time
bucks
and
right
your
now in
money.
the spring sale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm currently replaying The Witcher 3 again with all the DLC.
Yeah.
nice.
Nice.
It's a good
It
game.
still holds up. It's pretty. I mean, I'm happy that I still got sucked into it, and I've played all the DLC before. It's been like several years since I played it.
It's a
I
strong
just
game.
never liked how Geralt controlled.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
it's
a
janky.
little janky.
It is janky.
Yeah, I never liked the battle system. It's just so harsh.
I think that's one thing where Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey kind of are superior. I think the combat's more fun in those games, but they're kind of the same game though. They're obviously birthed out of Witcher 3. So anywho. So then yeah, we got some couch co-optionals then. There's, get this thing going. Finish this.
I
up.
I watched Red Dwarf: The Promised Land.
What
It's
is
a
that?
It's a new 90-minute feature-length episode of Red Dwarf.
Where did you see this?
It just came out in the UK about 2 or 3 days ago. So there's a guy posted a rip of it on Reddit, and it was definitely well worth a watch. I really enjoyed that.
So you have the copy.
I did download it and watch it.
So you still have the
Nice.
copy.
Yeah, it's somewhere on my computer.
So you could post it to your Google Drive and send it to me.
What's
okay.
this Red Dwarf?
What's this red dwarf? Oh, son.
Dude, do you need to just go? If you should. It's an old British sci-fi TV series, really low budget, especially when it started.
Were you a
should
Monty
just-
Python person, Dave?
I do like Monty Python.
Such
Yes.
a good.
All right. See, I always took it as there's people that like Monty Python, and then there's people that like Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
And I was always a Red Dwarf fan.
I've
Yes.
still never seen any of it.
Well, you
Like,
should
that's
you
me
should
either.
watch. I really enjoyed it, and it was a lot of fun.
Is it streaming anywhere?
Oh,
Like
the
I
actual
say,
series? I don't know if the actual series is
I
somewhere.
think
Maybe.
there's that subscription one called BritBox that has. all
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm not sure where it would be streaming elsewhere. I know I've got it from the library when I rewatched it recently, and I have a few.
It might be on Prime, but
I have a few DVDs and Blu-rays as well, but I think most of them are from Britain. So.
Yeah.
it's a quirky little sci-fi show.
Yep.
The episode where they do the whole thing backwards is great.
Yeah. Yep. It looks like maybe Amazon Prime has Prime Video has it.
Okay.
So-
I knew I'd
Okay.
seen it somewhere, and I thought maybe it was Prime, but I wasn't sure if it was still on there.
Yeah, it's been on a few places. I mean, and there's like 12 series.
It's one of those that hops between services.
Yeah,
I
well,
hate
it's just been
those.
around for such a long
Yeah.
time. It's more what's going on. So,
Cool.
Nice.
but yeah, other than that, I watched The Irishman. That was good, and
Oh, really? You like The Irishman?
Yeah, it was
yeah,
good.
it wasn't bad.
It's a great film.
The one that I liked seeing Joe Pesci playing against type. That was
Yeah,
fun to watch
Against
Then-
type.
Huh?
Huh?
because he always plays like a pissed off Napoleon complex kind of guy, and this time he was playing a reserved, calculated mob boss.
yeah, he was
Okay,
playing the
a
mob
little
boss,
bit,
not
okay.
like it.
I see. Okay.
Then Robert De Niro looked like he was in a video game with all the
That didn't really bother me. I don't think the de I don't
that
think any of the
bothered me.
de-aging really bothered me. I mean, even Joe Pesci
he was.
is
I felt
just
like
as
he was
bad.
the worst. For
Oh,
Robert
really?
De Niro,
Right.
for the de-aging for Robert De Niro, that was distracting. But everyone else, it was passable.
I guess I'm
It didn't
fine.
bother me.
It didn't bother me at all because
Yeah, I must
Also-
admit, I didn't really think anything of it.
I mean, if you watch Tron Legacy again, that is some
Oh,
de-aging that'll
yes.
fuck with you. So
Yeah, that's true.
It works it works in Tron's Legacy's favor in a little.
no, it doesn't. It doesn't
because it's in a computer.
Eh,
it-
but it looks
for
so
the-
fake.
For the villain, it
Yeah.
does, but when they have his like human side face to face, when they do the flashback scene of
That
the
doesn't work at all.
human meeting his program, no, then it breaks down. Then it's like, okay, you could kind of get away with it, and now you broke it.
But I didn't really care for it. It didn't really bother me in Irishman. I don't know. I just got wrapped up in the story, and it was like the fastest 4 hours of my life.
Wow.
Huh.
I
4
watched
hours,
that
jeez.
just went through, just boom.
Yeah, it's almost 4 hours, isn't it? It's a long.
That is a
Fucking-
long movie.
I felt like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was like an hour too long, and that was only 3.5 hours or some shit. But that movie was way too fucking long.
That was one criticism about The Irishman I thought was kind of weird, that people criticize the length because I took a break from watching The Irishman, so I broke into segments, and that didn't distract me or tear me away from the movie. But I was surprised to hear
Well,
people criticizing, like, I had to sit through all 4 hours in one sitting. And it's like, I mean, you can just pause it,
Yeah.
do something else.
Those
yeah.
old
come back
movies
to
used to
it.
have these things called intermissions where you went
Ah,
for
yeah.
15 minutes and got some
Hours
candy
in
and
one
stuff.
sitting. And it's like,
What are those? I don't know what intermissions are.
Well, yeah, now there's a pause button or even a power button, and then later you can use that same power button and
Okay.
hit the
Now you
play
speak my
button,
language.
Mm.
and there's intermissions right there. You can create your own. We're in a fancy new world where intermission is every minute.
That's true. That is true. I hear these things called pause. I've heard this now.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can even like when you're watching a movie and you need to use the bathroom, you can pause it, right?
What?
And then
Tell
you
me
can
more.
like get up off the couch, use your restroom, and come back, and the movie will be in the exact same place that you paused it.
Gee, Jared, you are sure wise about this
Isn't
stuff.
that amazing?
That's hilarious.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
So,
Yeah.
Aaron, do you have any optionals you want to share?
I just watched the movie last night. That one about the one where everybody forgets about the Beatles in one night, and this one guy pretty much tries to capitalize off it first.
Oh
But
yeah, what is that called?
yesterday,
Yesterday. Yeah.
yeah, it's
That's
actually
good?
really good. It was actually like not that long. It was like a little less than 2 hours. It just kind of zips right by for the most part. Like,
Pretty funny.
It has its moments of funny, but it's not not as funny as I expected it to be, but it's definitely funny at moments. It's good though. I definitely would watch it. It literally zips right by. It's like it's already 2 hours. What happened? It's already over. What gives?
Cool. Yeah, I've been
a good movie, though.
been wanting to see it, but I don't know. I'm not a super Beatles fan, so.
I wasn't either. I mean, I like some of their stuff. I like their music, but I'm not like I don't go seeking it out all the time or anything. But this one did a really good job at like making fun of all the modernized stuff, and like at first people were not receptive of it because it's like, what is this music? It's really stupid, but then people just catch on to it and just become super
It's so
popular.
simple. Why are these songs so
Yeah.
simple? Anyway,
Yeah,
Well, speaking of
trash
simple
on the
music,
trash on the Beatles.
I'll just
It's
I'll go ahead.
It's good. I recommend watching it if you just ever want to sit
Yesterday.
down.
What did you watch it on? Or did you rent it?
HBO Now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you can rent it at Redbox or whatever. We had HBO Now subscription, so it was definitely worth watching. Just
Cool.
rent it. But yeah, good.
Jared, what do you
I
got
recommend.
something cool?
About the only thing I've been watching, I have kids, but Disney Plus, old 1930s Disney stuff, like the silly symphonies. I love that stuff.
Have you been watching the stuff from the 50s and 60s, like Swiss Family Robinson and Treasure Island?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
Yeah,
that there was
bro.
another Swiss Family Robinson
Kids.
Disney
Oh,
one
yeah.
before.
I didn't realize either that. I didn't know that either.
I was like, holy shit, that Disney had fucking A.
We're doing
Yeah,
remakes
they dig
forever
through the
with everyone
archives.
else.
Yeah, they've been making
So-
remakes forever.
Yeah. Started the trend 60 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else, Jared?
Have you watched any?
No, I haven't watched anything.
What were you gonna
Just
say, Aaron?
I was gonna say, hasn't you watched? I'm surprised you haven't watched any of the new movies out there, like Onward and
No, I haven't
Frozen
watched that yet.
2 and
I saw Frozen 2 several weeks back.
oh, nice.
Yeah, I liked it.
JPK, you been watching anything you want to recommend?
Well, I got not so much what I've been watching. I mean, Tiger
listening,
King is
reading?
fun, but
Ugh.
yeah, I got a listening and a reading. So currently, I'm reading Whale Hunt in the Desert: The Secret Las Vegas of Superhost Steve Sear. That's a fun read. It's pretty much about this host and he's still active today. But during the highlight of his career, he would host whales, which are people who are willing to bet six figures
Right.
at a casino. So the book goes into the setup and what they would do to lure whales in. Just crazy amount of money being thrown by both parties, by the casinos trying to get whales to come in, and the amount of money that whales would spend at the casinos.
I think that's what mobile game developers call their heavy spenders.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm not surprised. And then The Strokes came out with a new album, which I listened to, and I really like it. It's called The New Abnormal. I have to say, with The Strokes, I really appreciate how they're pretty fearless in terms of they don't really care about pumping out album after album of one sound. It's pretty interesting to see different songs and sounds they're putting out compared to what they did in their first album. So I really enjoy listening to them and seeing what they're doing next. So it was fun to listen to.
Cool.
Hmm.
Nice.
Nice.
I might have to check that out tomorrow.
Last night. Anyway, let's see. What do
You
I
just couldn't help yourself.
what do I want to recommend? Well, I've watched a lot of
Tiger King.
things, but there's not. I don't know. You know, I saw like Detective Pikachu. I don't recommend.
Oh, no. Damn.
Saw Spider-Man: Far From Home. I don't really recommend.
I didn't
Uh,
like that one.
But hey, there are a couple films I do want to recommend. The
Okay.
first one is Booksmart. It's on Hulu. It's streaming free. It's basically
Nice.
Girl Superbad, but kind of better in some ways.
Superbad's good.
And
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a lot
too,
of
I was bad.
it's a lot of fun. So that one, Booksmart, and then there's this cute, kind of quaint little documentary about the making of Galaxy Quest on Amazon
really?
Prime called
Ooh,
Never
that
Give
sounds
Up,
good.
Never Surrender, and you learn so much stuff about the making of the film, and then all the principal actors that are alive are on it, and they talk about
Oh,
it,
cool.
and it's only like 80 minutes, and it's just short, but it's just really kind of charming, and if you're into film or you're really into that film, I recommend it. It's super cool,
That's
Yeah,
a fun
I
movie.
always like that movie.
and yeah. So I'm not reading anything. I'm listening to music, but it's all old music basically at this point. So yeah, I think that's all I really. Oh no, and then on Hulu again, the third season of Future Man came out. Future Man is hilarious. If you have not watched that show, there's only 3 seasons. It is fucking hilarious, and I recommend Future Man. All right, science fiction craziness.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Science fiction is good.
Well, gentlemen, we've done it. How do you feel? This is our 200th. It's
Went by
200.
fast.
Yeah,
Wow,
it goes
yeah.
by fast, doesn't it?
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels good.
That's
Feels
how
good,
it is. It's just it's just like just like putting on a pair of shoes, just like an old glove, right, JPK?
If the glove fits, we must have done it.
But it's got to be on the right
That's
hand.
all.
Remember that, people.
So, how long do you think before you move home, JPK?
September.
September.
Oh,
Is that regardless if the
Yeah.
quarantine is?
Oh yeah. I'll still. I mean, like, even if the quarantine is still happens or still going on. Well,
That'll be wave 2. We'll be ready.
Yeah, wave 2.
yeah.
I mean, realistically,
two.
places are
COVID
still going to
boogaloo.
rent. So that's hilarious. So if anything, so Joy and I may get like a big deal, a good deal on rent, depending on what the renting market is like in Oregon. So
Mhm.
I'm not worried about that stuff at all.
That's just gonna move in with your parents.
Worst case scenario, but that's no big deal.
Yeah.
My mom's talking to me about wanting to build a tiny home, so that'll be fun to do.
Oh, interesting.
Nice. Yeah,
That'd be a good YouTube
project.
video.
Yeah.
hmm
JPK builds a home.
Do a home near you.
Yeah.
Homesteading with JPK.
God. Huh.
All right.
Uh,
All right, gents. Well, is there anything else you guys want to bullshit about really quick? If not, we're going to get out of here.
It's
let's get outta
getting
here.
pretty noisy out in the hallway, so I have
right.
a feeling I need to intervene.
All right, let's
Yeah,
wrap this shit
dear.
up then.
My
All right.
stomach's rumbling. It's time to eat.
Well,
Yeah, I'm hungry.
yeah.
this might not have been the big bang 200th episode, but, you know, it was still a really fun episode. It was great to have you back on the show, JPK.
It's great to be back.
Yeah. And hopefully when you get back in September, we can, rekindle the flames. Actually, we could probably just have you back on the show if you want to be.
Right.
Since
For
we're
sure.
just doing it this way, FYI.
Yeah.
Easy enough.
Anyway, I want to thank you all for listening and remind you can leave feedback on Twitbook, Instaface, and Gramter at Couch Co-op Shows.
No hyphen.
Oh,
All
I forgot
one word.
All one word, no hyphen. Sorry, Aaron. I left you.
You're good. You're good. Nah, it's fine.
Remember to please subscribe and share and maybe leave us an iTunes review. That would be awesome. I want to thank Jared,
Anytime.
Aaron,
Hello.
Dave, and
I want to
Hello.
thank you, Ian.
and JPK
Welcome.
for joining me here on the couch, for keeping the couch going, keeping us afloat, It's been fun, boys.
No.
Let's see if we can make it to 400. I mean,
Yep.
In 4 years.
we're gonna have to start a Deadpool and see which one of us dies first. You know,
hilarious.
bet on which one of us dies
Six, 7
first.
more years, we'll get to episode 400.
Who on the
Well,
couch is most likely to crash?
Yeah,
who's
gonna
coronavirus
croak
and die?
Who's going to be wearing Depends to episode 400?
Yeah, right.
We're gonna be living till 108 and then die like Detroit.
Yeah, we could just all go down with the couch too.
Just
Yeah.
Burn the couch at our funeral, just all
That's
of us.
Right.
But-
That's right. All right. For Couch Co-op, I'm Ian, reminding you to please be excellent to each other.
Wild Stallions.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Nice chatting with you, JPK.
Hey, you too. Nice. I'm glad
Hearing
everyone's
all
doing
your
well.
all you boys' voices.
So.
Good night.
Okay.